Heads up, this video is just to preface the upcoming top 5 video that I'm going to have out here soon. So, sit back, relax. I hope you enjoy. I hope this stuff is educational. I hope I bring you much joy and sorrow. Joy and sorrow, love, many other things. I hope I bring to you what you have brought to me. You know?
Writing. The very word conjures images of frantic scribbling, crumpled paper balls, and existential dread. It's a universal struggle, a battle against the blank page that every writer knows all too well. It is the bane of students, the nightmare of novelists, and the nemesis of anyone who has ever stared blankly at a blinking cursor. The pressure to produce something meaningful can be overwhelming, leaving one paralyzed with doubt and frustration. And yet, within this seemingly pointless act of pushing symbols around a page lies a profound and hilarious paradox. Writing is both a deeply personal endeavor and a universal experience, a solitary act that connects us all. We as humans have this innate desire to make sense of the world. We crave order, logic, and meaning. Our thoughts are a whirlwind of ideas, emotions, and experiences, all clamoring for attention. So, naturally, we invented writing, a system where we painstakingly translate the chaos of our thoughts into neat little rows of symbols. It's an attempt to bring clarity to the confusion, to impose structure on the chaos. It's like trying to capture a hurricane in a bottle, or explain the plot of Inception to a goldfish. The complexity of our thoughts often defies the simplicity of written language, leading to inevitable misunderstandings and misinterpretations. And the absurdity doesn't stop there. We then convince ourselves that these symbols hold some inherent power. We believe that by arranging them in a particular order, we can convey the depth of our emotions and the intricacies of our thoughts. That by arranging them in a particular order, we can evoke emotions, spark revolutions, and even sell toothpaste. The written word becomes a tool of immense influence, capable of shaping perceptions and altering realities. It's enough to make you want to put down the pen and pick up the interpretive dance, really. Sometimes, it feels like no matter how hard we try, the words just won't come out right. But perhaps that's the beauty of it, the endless pursuit of perfection in an imperfect medium. But wait, before you dismiss writing as a fool's errand, consider the often overlooked benefits of embracing the absurd. Yes, I'm talking about the glorious, liberating power of nonsense. Nonsense, my friends, is the WD-40 of the writing world. It breaks down barriers, loosens up those rigid thought patterns, and allows us to see the world through a kaleidoscope of absurdity. Suddenly, the mundane becomes hilarious, the serious becomes silly, and the impossible becomes, well, still impossible, but at least you're laughing about it. Writing nonsense is like giving your brain a much-needed vacation. It's a chance to escape the tyranny of logic, to play with language like a child with a box of crayons. And who knows, you might just stumble upon a profound truth or two along the way, or at the very least, you'll have a good chuckle. Now, some might argue that nonsense is just that nonsense. They might dismiss it as mere babble, devoid of any real value or meaning. But I would argue that there's an art to crafting truly masterful gibberish. It's a skill that requires creativity, wit, and a deep understanding of language. It's not just about throwing words at a page and hoping for the best. No, it involves a careful selection of words, a deliberate arrangement that creates a symphony of absurdity. No, my friends, there are techniques involved, subtle nuances that separate the amateur absurdist from the seasoned nonsense aficionado. It's a craft that can be honed and perfected over time. Take, for example, the well-placed malapropism. This is where the magic begins. Nothing adds a touch of sophisticated silliness like using the wrong word in an otherwise serious sentence. It's a delicate balance of humor and intellect. Imagine a renowned physicist declaring, "The cat is out of the bag," or rather, the Schrodinger's equation. See? Instant hilarity. It's the unexpected twist that catches people off guard. Then there's the art of the non sequitur, the master of misdirection. This technique is all about the element of surprise. This technique involves abruptly changing the subject mid-sentence, leaving your reader delightfully disoriented. It's like a mental jolt that keeps the audience on their toes. It's like taking a sharp left turn in a conversation and ending up in a whole new dimension of absurdity. The unexpected shift creates a sense of wonder and amusement. For example, the meaning of life is like a box of chocolates, except it's not a box, and there's no chocolate. Profound, right? It's these little twists and turns that make gibberish an art form worth mastering. Just as a botanist can identify a rare orchid by its intricate patterns, noting the delicate interplay of colors and shapes that make it unique, so too can the discerning reader spot the hallmarks of absurdist writing, recognizing the subtle cues and bizarre twists that define this genre. These literary rebels, these champions of chaos, leave their mark on the world through their unconventional use of language and their willingness to embrace the nonsensical. They challenge the norms and push the boundaries of what is considered rational or coherent. Take, for instance, the works of Douglas Adams, whose imagination knew no bounds. A writer who could spin a yarn about a depressed robot and a towel with such deadpan wit that you couldn't help but laugh out loud. His stories are filled with unexpected turns and humorous insights that make you see the world in a new light. Or consider the whimsical world of Lewis Carroll, a realm where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, where logic takes a backseat to talking rabbits and Cheshire cats with a penchant for philosophical musings. Carroll's work invites readers to question reality and explore the depths of their imagination. These writers, and countless others like them, understood the power of the absurd to challenge our perceptions, to make us see the familiar in unfamiliar ways, to make us question the taken for granted, and to ponder the mysteries of existence, and to remind us that sometimes the best way to make sense of the world is to embrace the nonsensical. In doing so, we open ourselves to new perspectives and a deeper understanding of the human experience.